I told my husband I'd divorce him if he asked for a paternity test. Our daughter Violet was 6 months old when my mother-in-law Diane started making comments. She doesn't have the Fletcher nose, she said at Sunday dinner, studying Violet's face. And those dark eyes, where do those come from? My husband Austin laughed it off, but I noticed he started looking at Violet differently. Violet had olive skin when Austin and I are both pale, dark brown eyes when ours are blue and green. I knew exactly why, but I'd buried that knowledge so deep I'd almost forgotten it. 2 weeks later, Austin came home from his mom's house and wouldn't look at me. Mom asked if I was sure Violet was mine. He sat on our bed. She said a responsible father would get a test just to be sure, and I can't stop thinking about it. If you ask me for a paternity test, I said, keeping my voice level, I will file for divorce that same day. His face went pale. That's extreme. Asking for that test means you think I cheated. I won't stay married to someone who thinks that. He slept on the couch. I heard him on the phone with Diane. Things got worse. Austin stopped getting up with Violet at night. He'd hold her when I handed her to him, but he'd stare at her like she was a puzzle. At a barbecue, Diane told Austin's aunt that genetics are so unpredictable while looking at me. Austin spent every Sunday at Diane's without us. After 3 months, we were roommates, not spouses. One Tuesday, he came into the nursery. I scheduled an appointment for the test, Friday at 2. Then I'll call a lawyer on Thursday. Why are you making this so difficult? His voice cracked. One test and you've destroyed our marriage. You'll have your answer and divorce papers. That night, I called my mom. I need my medical records from Dr. Hammond, from when I was 12, the genetic testing, the chimerism thing. Yeah, I got the files 2 days later. I'd absorbed my twin sister in the womb. Her cells were still in my body. Her DNA in my ovaries meant any children I had might genetically be hers, not mine. At 12, I'd thought it was creepy. Now it would save my marriage. I called a genetic counselor. Dr. Lynn agreed to come to Sunday dinner at Diane's. I texted Austin's sister Kelsey. Be there today? Important. Dinner started normal. Then Diane looked at Violet and said, you know, Austin, there are places that do discreet paternity tests. Very private. Before she gets older and you're too attached, it's better to know the truth. I pulled a folder from my bag. You want the truth? I placed papers on the table. This is Dr. Sarah Lynn. She's a genetic counselor. Dr. Lynn stood from the living room. Your daughter-in-law has chimerism. In utero, she absorbed her twin sister. That twin's DNA is in her ovaries. When she has children, they carry genetic markers from the absorbed twin. A paternity test might show unusual results because of this. The table went silent. I looked at Austin. Violet is yours, but genetically, she's also my niece. She has DNA from my twin sister, who I absorbed before birth. That's why she looks different. I slid the records to him. From when I was 12, and this is from last week. Same condition, documented. Diane stood up, chair scraping. This is absurd. It's in medical literature, Dr. Lynn said. I brought studies. Kelsey laughed. Mom, you spent months calling her a cheater, and she's just medically rare. Diane grabbed her purse and left. Austin stared at the papers, then at me. You never told me. I forgot. It didn't matter until she made it matter. I should have believed you from the start. Yes, you should have. At home, Austin was crying. I almost lost everything. You chose her over me for 3 months. How do I fix this? Move back into our room. Tell your mother she's not welcome until she apologizes to me in front of everyone. And figure out in therapy why you believed her instead of me. Diane never apologized. She stopped coming to family events. Austin and I did therapy for 6 months. He learned that trust means choosing your spouse when it matters most.